Okay. This is the final round of Would You Rather. You ready for it, Sam?
Let's do it. Hit me with it, baby.
Right as soon as you think it,
round. We're all shotgun.
Speed round.
Machine gun style.
It was fun Would You Rather. I texted it to myself earlier. Would you rather eat your dad's cum or your mom's shit?
Jesus.
Hello, and welcome to The Basement Show. I'm Jake Tooley. Unfortunately, my co-host Noah Watson could not be here this week, so I recorded a little something without him, and he couldn't be part of it anyways. So, I invited 3 of my comedian friends over. I rolled some blunts, I bought some joints, put some folding chairs in a bathroom, and we hotboxed it. Just like old times. So, here is Ross Passeck, Sam Whiteley, and David Kildal smoking weed in my bathroom with me.
Alright, this is the bathroom hotbox. I've got 3 fucking comedians with me right now in my bathroom, and we're gonna just light this shit up. David Kildal's here, along with Sam Whiteley and Ross Passeck. Now, 3 of us are veteran smokers. David Kildal over here claims to have never gotten high before.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Now you've tried to smoke weed.
Yeah.
I've seen you.
Yeah.
You've just never gotten high.
I breathed.
You breathed it.
Allegedly.
Yes. Now hand me that pipe because I know you don't know what you're doing. But yeah, we're just gonna fucking smoke weed. We're gonna do a little podcast in this bathroom. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Sam's upset. I didn't tell him what we were doing until we got here.
Here's what happened to me today.
Yeah,
I agreed
give us your day.
A day or 2 ago
To come over and smoke weed.
And do your podcast, which
yes.
I was excited about.
Thank you.
You know, it's, I think, gotten better since the episode that Ross and I last appeared on.
That was, honestly, got a little behind the basement show. That's still the second most listened to episode.
Interesting.
Yeah, really dropped off after that. Not because of you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you both are back. Return guests.
Well, maybe, yeah. That means that we're the only guest people enjoyed. Probably not.
Maybe.
Probably means
you guys got a lot of confidence. My friend from college, who I used to smoke in a bathroom with, really loved Ross. So there you go, buddy.
Wow, I'm glad I've got fans.
So without further ado,
okay,
let's
smoke weed.
I'm
gonna.
Oh yeah.
I want to finish my thought here.
Sorry, buddy.
So I'm excited to do this.
Yes.
You don't tell me until I arrive here just now, about 15 minutes ago, that the whole angle is that we're going to sit in your not that big full bathroom. There is a shower.
There's a shower.
It's
No
not
tub.
room to take a bath.
Stand-up shower.
No one should. It'd be really difficult to lie down horizontally.
You would not want to lie down.
And hotbox this.
Yes.
And it's just kind of hitting me that I'm a 30-year-old dude on a Monday afternoon.
And you were excited to come over.
I was excited to come over until I found out this is what we were doing. And it, honestly, if I hadn't put so many miles on my Volkswagen to do it,
Sorry.
I'm not going to divulge. Don't be sorry, David. It's not your fault. And I'm not going to tell everybody where you live. But it is not.
It's not
close to
I
either
thought you
where
were
I
closer.
live nor where we are currently.
It's okay.
So,
well, gives you a little backstory as to why Sam's going to be talking with an irritated tone.
Yeah.
Ross is excited. I told him a couple days ago what we'd be doing. David's up for anything. David's got a smile on his face, no clue how to smoke what he's holding right
That's
now.
right. I'm not probably not even holding
Now,
this
Sam,
right
can I give you the responsibility of teaching David? You are the closest one to him.
yeah.
Now, David, the end, you're smoking out of a steamroller. That's what that's called. So at the end is a hole.
Carburetor.
And so you put where his finger is, that's where you put your mouth.
Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
You got to show him.
Okay.
But I'm trying to explain it. That's where you put your mouth. On the other end is another hole that you're going to cover with your finger. Sam, you take it from there.
All right, great.
Me and Ross, we're going to start smoking.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So we got joints, we got blunts, we got a bunch of shit that Noah Watson would not be allowed to sit in this room with.
Yeah. So
it's important that we protect him
the
from
same
this
as
kind of
this,
stuff.
right? Except the hole is here instead of there. So here, hole is here. So.
You're just getting air through the pipe. Make sense?
Sounds good.
It's okay if it doesn't.
Pretty simple, you know.
Now, yeah. So whenever you see it fill with smoke, release your finger. Let's see it. Let's dun-dun-dun-dun. Samuel, I have to light it for him. I love taking people's weed-genity.
Weed-genity?
Mm-hmm.
That's the best we could do.
No, you got it, David. While I'm doing that,
Marijuana
You gotta hold it while you're doing it. You gotta be sucking in. Simultaneous. I'm also gonna have to ash into the toilet here.
Alright, so I gotta let go. So now release that, and now just inhale that.
There you go. Ta-da.
You know,
Now next time, breathe it
a little sooner. Release
sooner
it.
and all the way down.
Let it fill. What? Yeah. So we're gonna fill it once it gets to about there. With white smoke. Let that part go and inhale what's in there. Does that make sense?
All right.
Alright, here we go.
This is fun. I'm having a great time.
Takes me back.
I've taken a lot of people's weed-genity over the years.
Alright, here we go.
That's what I call it. What do you call it?
Let it go. Let it go. Let the thing.
There you go.
Release front finger.
Oh.
Release your finger. Like you're doing it. You're still smoking. There's a lot of ways
It's
to
happening.
Pot chastity?
Pot chastity. I like that. Sam, what do you call when you take somebody's weed?
You know
do
what?
you call it?
I don't know that I've ever heard
Never-
a term for it.
Well, you've done it, right?
Yeah, it seems like. Well, let me ask you guys this: what age did you first smoke weed?
That was my first question. You're ahead of it. 18 for me.
18.
I was
Yeah.
15.
15.
I was also 15, and I feel like I was around that slang affair deal, but it was most popular with the college-aged
Yeah.
crew.
For sure.
Because it was,
That's
a
what
fairly
everybody
common
starts
thing to
doing.
do to smoke weed once you get to college.
David, when was the first time you tried to smoke?
25.
25. How old are you now?
26.
Okay, so it's like time has passed. Now, who were you with? Don't name last names, but just like a comic or who you were with.
I was with a comic named Ben.
Oh, my roommate.
Yeah.
Name the open mic.
Give him a shout out.
There's a Captain Ankeny's.
Fucking, that's a great place to try and smoke weed for the first time.
Fucked up in a new way. Yeah.
I smoked joints at Captain Ankeny's on a daily basis for most of last year. Now, David, are you interested in trying this joint?
Yeah, is it easier than this?
Watch this. Nothing to cover. Just makes sense.
Alright.
Breathe it in again. Exhale. Oh boy, there he is. Okay.
The champ.
Now, the goal is also not to get David so high that he hates being high, because that can also happen.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I would even venture to say that it is likely.
Yeah,
to
well,
happen.
or you might fucking love it. I'm not going to tell you you're going to hate it. I hope you fucking love it. What if after this David becomes this, like, Mr. Stoner comic man? Like, didn't set in until 26, but now he's just that guy.
That Tommy Chong.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people.
That was fucking, like, Doug Benson. That's him.
Yeah.
He's the weed guy, you know? Smoking with Tupac.
He said the first time he did it, he was like, what, in
He
his
was an
mid-20s?
adult, yeah.
I mean, it happens. So buckle up, David.
Okay, so, Sam, walk me through the first time you smoked weed. What is it, a story?
The first time, if I'm not mistaken, was after a... I think I had some experiences like David the summer before freshman year of high school. So I was even 14. I think I was around it some, and I tried it like out of an apple once and totally didn't, do it right.
That's just too confusing right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, no one, everyone was too young to really just explain what's going on there, cover the one side.
The first couple times, at least for me, I didn't even understand the physics of it. I didn't understand what was happening.
And
Like, why am I covering this hole? Nobody explained that to me.
Right.
It like took some figuring out. But once you understand, like, oh, you're just, creating a vacuum, exiting the,
It would have been before my sophomore year of high school. I stayed pretty narrow for my freshman year, but then
you had fun? Was it a good first time?
and then the first time I got real high was after a school dance a couple months later.
Oh.
Big
Wearing
crew.
fancy clothes?
Not at the time. We
You
changed
changed that.
Ripped down into some more casual attire. It was one of those parent facilitated get fucked up sessions. It was actually a lot of fun. It was,
That does sound fun. Now, okay,
it's like a hookah.
I'm trying to picture Sam Whiteley at a school dance.
Yeah.
Because I know Sam Whiteley now. Are you about the same at like those functions now as you were then?
Nah,
'Cause we went to that Halloween party and it was funny to observe you. You were so anti-party that night and throw the pizza in the corner.
I
Was that you at the dances?
Yeah. It was none of us were the same person we were 15, especially 15 years ago, man. Damn.
Did you get grinded on?
Oh yeah. It was a pretty open season. I went to a high school. I probably talked about it the last time I was on this podcast, but it's very much in vein of like the OC and shit.
Oh, okay.
Generally very affluent and a lot of really pretty white ladies there.
Ready to grind.
We call it the Lake Suite out here.
Yeah, a lot of kids just with
I call that Cedar Grove where I'm from.
very low consequence for their actions and a lot of resources. So, we would get down out there in inappropriate ways and school facilitated activities. It was the mid-2000s. It was a different time.
Now, was it good weed, dirt weed? Did your friend have a good hookup?
The weed?
Did you pay for it?
I probably threw a couple bucks down or whatever. I mean, it was...
Dude, I grew up paying a ridiculous, compared to now, ridiculous amount of money. I would pay $10 a gram if I was lucky. That is insane now in legal states.
It is. I mean, I can still find it's as or more
$10
expensive.
a gram for really shitty Indiana.
Okay.
weed.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, I
It's
would
not getting you high quality.
venture to say that it was generally much better than the weed you would have been smoking.
Yeah, you're also
at that
West
time.
Coast, so you get. I mean, it takes
Not
a lot
exclusively.
of took a lot of effort to get weed from here to Indiana, which is what they did. But and by then, it's not the best. It's pretty dry in there.
Right.
What about you, Russ? What was your first time?
My first time was also in the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah. It was.
Not uncommon.
Yeah, no. Because, you're a kid.
Yeah.
You think, bathroom. I shit in there all the time. That smell doesn't stick to the walls, so marijuana. And, there's all the air circulation and shit.
Of course. You can start the shower if you really wanted to.
Started the shower. Shower was on full steam, because I don't know. I assume steam helps.
Sam, you're welcome. I didn't turn on the hot shower.
Can I jump in and ask real quick? Were you alone smoking weed? Okay.
No.
I was doing all that shit to impress my sister's friend who bought the weed and brought the weed.
You and her?
No, my sister and her friend, who were both a year younger than me and had smoked weed before.
Okay.
So that was kind of embarrassing. It was like
You were the noob.
I lost my weed virginity to my younger
sister.
Yeah. Which it
I'm
also.
glad you had to put it that way.
Well, thank you.
We were callback, yeah. But that's not the first time shit like that. Like she actually learned to ride a bike an hour before I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really
so,
well up you.
I know.
She's
right?
younger than you.
And she's younger than me.
So it took you 2 years and an hour longer than it took her.
1 year and an hour.
1
She's
year,
just
yeah.
1 year younger,
Okay.
but yeah, that was really humiliating.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
honestly, once I saw that,
So she said, "Hey, let's go smoke some weed."
she said, "Hey, let's go smoke some weed," or maybe she asked
I
me,
did that last
"Can we
week and
smoke
it's
in your
cool.
bathroom?" And I was like, because she took advantage of me all the time,
Okay.
Like, can we use your resources? Yeah, of course.
I love that Ross keeps making his first time smoking weed story about shit between him and his sister.
At the time, it was a real rough time.
No, it was.
You keep taking it there twice now since.
No, we were living at my mom's house, and things were real tight between my mom and sister. Like,
Talking about the
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do this every time you
We'll
tell the
circle
story.
back to how.
So,
Yeah, your sister learned to ride a bike
Yeah.
later.
no, my sister and her friend were like, "Can we smoke weed in your bathroom?" And they were like, "You can join if you want." I was like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it." And then I went into full paranoia mode, stuff the, like I said, did the whole
As
night.
soon as you have that one thought of I'm gonna get caught, that's all you're
Yeah,
thinking.
whole 9, bathroom paranoia, fan on, shower on, max steam,
Towel
towel
on the
under the door, sinks going, because
Why not? You
the
waste
Russians
water
were
anyways.
listening, who fucking knows.
The Russians.
And we smoked out of her friend's bowl, and for sure got high, and for sure was feeling it, and I just went out. I had a balcony, and went on the balcony and just like kind of watched the sunset for a bit. It was fucking lovely.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, they didn't hang out with me after they smoked in the
They
bathroom.
used you and
They
sent
got
you
the
on
fuck
your
out,
way.
like I said.
You were alone,
Yeah.
high for the first time.
They weren't like, hey, we smoked, want to go munchies? And they're like, all right, we're going to leave, bye.
Okay.
And so I was just left there alone being high. I remember I was wearing like a Dunder Mifflin shirt and just looking at myself in the mirror. And like,
Wow.
yeah.
I do not remember the shirt I was wearing the first time.
Yeah.
David, now I know your first time maybe getting high, hopefully it's right now. When was the first time you were like around weed? Did you have friends that smoked weed in high school and shit? When was the first time you were like, because especially if you grow up sheltered, there is that first time when you're around a drug. I remember that. Like you're like, oh fuck, that's like that thing I've heard about. Do you remember that?
Oh man, I mean it was in high school.
Okay.
I went to a public school, but I was very like conservative Christian,
Same.
sheltered
That was-
upbringing.
yeah,
So
me.
it was like in the family circle, it was like no
No,
one
no.
had ever,
Not even a cousin. I got nothing like that.
no one even like
Yeah.
brought it up ever in conversation or whatever. But like yeah, at school, every now and then you'd see the parking lot.
Nice.
People smoking the marijuana cigarettes.
Yeah, I remember.
What was your reaction?
I couldn't tell.
My
Yeah,
first-
You grew up in Roseburg, but you didn't attend
I
Roseburg
grew up in
High School.
Ohio, suburban.
Oh, I see. When did you move to, or did you never lived in
No,
Roseburg?
he lived in Rose.
I was born in Roseburg,
Okay.
lived there for like 4 years. Family moved to Ohio, and then I moved back to My family moved back to Roseburg.
Gotcha.
2011, so like almost 10 years.
Well, you grew up mostly in Ohio. And
Yeah.
I grew up in Indiana, so it's going to be the same. Generally, it's like you got to really try to find that shit, or you're just not going to be right.
Yeah.
It's very conservative in just culture there. Like it's not like a huge drug culture that's very underground.
Mhm.
You got to seek it out if you want it, and if you don't want it, you're not really around it that much.
Yeah. The only
Did you?
time.
Was it like a thing you wanted to do?
No,
Not
it
at
wasn't.
all?
It wasn't even on the radar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was 18. It was like senior year for me. And I did it, and it was Red Ribbon Week. You know what that is?
Red Ribbon Week?
It was Wink.
Wink?
Oh.
Red Ribbon Week. It was
Oh,
a
Red
week
Ribbon
at school
Week.
where they would have a bunch of
Red
Red
Ribbon Week.
Ribbon Week, and it's kind of like the Dare thing, but like a local Dare program basically. And they would come in and to school, and they'd have a convention or what's the word?
Assembly.
Assembly.
Yeah.
And they go, hey, don't do drugs, and they show you this PowerPoint of why you shouldn't, and give you a bunch of stats. And we chose to make that the first week that we tried weed. And we were sitting in a car. We had nowhere else to do it. The people I was with.
Were you in
literally-
college or you were in high school?
The senior year of high school. People I was with like weren't smokers except for one. Like they had tried it like 2 weeks prior, and were like, "You gotta try it." I'm like,
Mhm.
"Okay, if you say so." I was very impressionable. And so the one, it was a friend of a friend who was like at the time like sold weed. So he was like, "Whoa, he's a drug dealer. That's crazy." Like he just sold weed to his friends basically. We get in his car. He's got a bowl just like the one Sam's holding, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat. He like hands it to me. Doesn't teach me at all what to do, how to use it. I haven't seen this ever. And Sam, let me see that real quick. What I did was looking him in the eyes in the seat of his car with his pipe. I just go, and I just like put my mouth like wide open. I go, oh, and just put it all the way around his bowl.
Oh my God.
And he looked at me with the wrath of God.
Jesus.
And I was like, I've done something wrong. And then he taught me, which he should have done in the first place. Maybe that's why I'm so obsessed with like teaching people how to do it properly. Like I like taking people's weed. It embarrassed the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it's wrong, but nobody told me. Nobody was
Right.
like,
Well, no,
it was
I'm
like
just
it was
saying.
made clear this is my first time.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, fucking here, try it.
Well, the trickier thing is when your first time, or even just your first couple times, aren't even on glass. It's on like a fucking water bottle or some
Yeah,
shit.
water bottle, like some
Like,
makeshift
That's
bong.
that's like kind of advanced stuff. But one time I was taking a hit out of a water bottle, and like I just saw the ember, and like I don't know why, but both of my friends were looking at me just because we were cool kids smoking weed, and I fucking pulled the cherry through the water bottle, and it just did like a perfect vortex right into the back of my throat.
That sounds fun to watch though.
It was really, yeah, they
I
were
would laugh in
flipping
your face.
shit. They were laughing. Yeah, it was pretty fantastic.
I would have laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting ash in the back of your throat. It just makes you never want to smoke again for half a second.
Yeah, it's like when you drink out of a cigarette can that someone ashed in. I mean, a Coke.
A cigarette can. Yeah, you know, cigarette cans when you smoke. Oh, what?
Yeah, they sell them at 7-Eleven.
You want to just get a can instead?
You walk up.
I feel like it's just 60 cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 3 packs.
You
It's
just put
not
it in your
better
cup holder.
bargain.
Like,
It's right in line with just buying 3 packs. But
You
it
can
comes
get a
in
carton
fun
or a can.
yeah.
Well, a carton would be more, but a
Johnny
can
Soda
is just a
Bag.
fun.
Isn't it weird that we
Fun, you
they
know.
sell cigarettes in cartons? Like milk
Yeah.
and cigarettes are the only things we sell in
Cartons,
cartons.
eggs, cartons.
Eggs. You got egg cartons, milk cartons, and cigarette cartons. What else is in a carton? You know cartons?
I can't.
Orange juice?
Orange juice?
Well,
Maybe
that
comes
kind
in
of
a
goes
carton.
under milk.
Same shape.
A lot
stuff
of
you drink.
Juice carton, yeah, that's a
There's
juice
a number
carton.
of other, juices.
Yeah, but it's
probably come in carton.
Wine
mostly
carton.
like fresh produce and like groceries, and then cigarettes.
Franzi, that's a box. That's not a
Yeah,
carton.
it comes in a box. You can get a box.
call it a
of
carton.
bottle. You can call can I get a carton of wine, please?
That's a shitty thing to say.
I order my wine by quantity.
I guess I would know what someone meant.
Oh,
Like, yeah, I'll give it to you, but nobody's ever said that before.
No, absolutely.
You gotta fold the flap at the end so you can drink it.
Dude, can you imagine drinking wine out of that old school paper thing?
Oh my god.
That's
Little
like the perfect
triangle.
size for me.
A little triangle of wine into your mouth.
Fuck podcast. That's ridiculous.
Dude.
The fuck
Sit in a
I'm
bathroom,
doing this.
dude. Can I tell you why I like smoking in a bathroom like this?
Uh-huh.
Is because the summer after I dropped out of college, I dropped out of college for about 8 months. I was living with my parents, saving up money to make my van livable and move out here in the van. So in that 8 months, it was me and my old roommate that I was roommates with in college, and his friend that they were trying to start a band together, and because of that they had a friend's house that was like their practice space, and what that actually meant was they had a friend's house that we got to do all the drugs we wanted at.
A bunch of pot out.
Yeah, it was like not a trap house for like a popular group. It wasn't like it was like 4 of us that would just hang out in this pretty much abandoned house because it's yada yada. And the guy whose house it actually was like, yeah, you can smoke in there, but just don't like smoke a lot. Don't make the whole house stink. So we're like, all right, we'll make the whole house stink. We'll use your bathroom, and we just fucking every day would just go in a Hotbox bathroom, and it was the most fun thing in my whole life. You're having fun, Sam. I can tell you're having fun.
We're all having a blast in here. No one's having a
So now I'm recreating with that. Shout out to
crisis
Jordan Isaac.
crisis of existence moment in here. But yeah, what I remember about the not as much in high school so much. In high school, it was more when it was actually convenient and more of a good time. But the ages of 18 to 20, for sure, a lot of it was just spent finding cool places to smoke weed.
Do you have a favorite?
No,
What was the coolest?
I don't know if it was the coolest, but shout out to my man Birdo. I won't
What up, Birdo?
won't give any more detail about his life.
Birdo Smith.
Is it B?
Real estate
Then,
agent.
Is it
in that
B-I-R-D-O? Or
no,
Birdo.
It doesn't
Larry
matter.
Birdo.
I shouldn't have even said that.
It's okay.
He's got his shit together. He has a good job at a place I won't disclose. He's not smoking weed in a very small bathroom right now. It's not Pizza Hut. But anyways, during that time frame, 18, 19 especially to 20, 21, 22 even, we smoked a lot of weed at the apartment that he lived at that time with his girlfriend.
Okay.
And so, there, my cousin's house that he lived at around that same time frame, right, Tryon Creek, there's a public one, I'll say, we would smoke at the bottom.
Creek?
Yeah, there was an entrance that was very close to where I lived at the time, along with some friends, and so that was a common. And often, we'd go in there and it'd be like smoking in the woods.
Would you ever run into other people that would smoke there?
Occasionally, yeah. It was always fun.
David?
Yeah.
We had Pot Rock in Speedway, Indiana. That was a little gym that
fun
the local showed me. It was just like there used to be a bridge there a long time ago, and this was just like they took the bridge away and it was just a cement foundation basically, with just this huge fucking square ass rock that was spray painted a bunch, and people would just go out. It was secluded enough you had to walk like 20 minutes to get there, so nobody's coming across you other than the people that go to smoke there. It's a fun place. I feel like every tiny town has one place like that.
Yeah. My town,
The ne'er-do-wellers go to get high.
Yeah. We had a couple spots. Like, we weren't really a small town, but like the spot I had, at least my favorite spot was, it was like this dirt road that just led out to the middle of like where there was supposed to be like a shitload of like subdivisions built, and like they never were. So it was just like vacant property, and it was just this dirt road went into the middle, and like on the right was like this super rich fucking community. On the left was just like this totally barren, like high desert kind of shit, and there's like this. Cool. It was so cool.
In Colorado?
Yeah. You were like isolated, but you can see the cars on the road, and you could see like our high school in the distance, and like it was just the drive out there was the most fun part too. Cause we'd go out in my Cougar, like my '67 Cougar, and like on a dirt road, do some fishtails and shit, do some burnouts or whatever.
That sounds dangerous.
Well, this was all before we would get high.
Oh, okay. Thank God. That's your refinement.
Yeah, no. The high part was like the relaxing part. Because I was so paranoid about trashing that car because I love that thing so much. Of course, then the hood flew off one year.
Your topless Cougar.
My topless Cougar.
Now let's check in, David. I can see it in your face, but how are you feeling?
Doing good.
You like it? You feel it? Is it noticeably different?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm in this situation. I've never been in a small bathroom with 4 people in it.
So
really in any circumstance.
Why would you? There is no good reason, including the one that has led you to be here now, why you should be in a small bathroom with 3 other people getting high.
Yeah, the amount of times that I could say I've actually been in a small bathroom with a group of people getting high, that's a lot. I did a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying this is my first time either.
Now, do you have a different drug you prefer to do in bathrooms? What's the best bathroom?
It's almost so obvious. Again,
I think there's only one option. Is there another option? We're all thinking of the same thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can snort Adderall. There's
anything you can snort is good to do in a bathroom.
Yeah, well, a bathroom becomes the obvious place to do anything that you don't want everyone else to know you're doing.
Like shitting.
Pooping, doing cocaine, occasionally having sex, either with just yourself or another person.
Yeah.
That happens a fair deal.
It's like not okay to jerk off in bathrooms, right?
No, here's the thing. I used to, but I was the only one that I had my own bathroom. Jerk off all you want.
No,
now this conversation is reminding me that
public bathrooms or like your friend's bathroom.
I've done both.
Either, really, I guess.
So if it's a party, in more normal times, we'll get there eventually, and everyone's free to not observe the same social distancing guidelines we currently need to be safe, but and you find yourself in a situation you need to take care of, say a woman says like, hey, we should get going in a good half hour, and be like, yeah, let me go piss. Sex is on the way, and you didn't do it this morning.
You're prepared.
I'm not going to be overly upset with anybody that locks the door, number one, although in my personal bathroom, I don't know if there is a lock on.
No, there isn't.
No.
Well, so in that's different then.
Yeah.
that's at your own risk. But anyway, lock the door behind you. Do it quickly, please. You don't have to make it a big treat for yourself.
Yeah.
There's worse things, if it's necessary, I guess.
Jerked off in friends' showers.
I've never done that. I've never
stay in the night, in the shower in the morning, and smell his older sister's shampoo or something. You just saw her bedroom for the first time.
That's what was it in?
Yeah, you used it a little bit, and you realize that's not a good idea, but you have to keep doing it. Anybody else? Anyways,
more for me, like the mom did something, and I'd be like, "Well, here we go. I'm a dirty boy."
So Ross made about doing it as a child, which people did things growing up.
Yeah. Well, most of my jerking off in friends' bathrooms was as an adolescent. I don't.
Right. Sleepovers, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to the bathroom to wait till were you wait until everybody was asleep?
Or it would be like the next morning.
And everybody was
you
still asleep.
didn't do it, but you're taking a shower, so it's your only alone time. You're like, I take a lot of showers.
If you're ripping a shower, I mean, I typically, as a young kid, I wouldn't take a shower to sleep over. Just wait until I got back home.
I would insist because I needed to.
Because you wanted to masturbate.
Like, give me a towel. I'm gonna go jerk off with your daughter's shampoo.
May I be so bold as to inquire what age you first popped your own?
I didn't really take note. I don't remember.
God damn it. What's a thing that you pop?
Pimples.
Cherry.
Yeah, but that's already
That's
what's a good one for
caps?
First
Pop
time?
caps?
Pop your first rock. There you go.
Yeah,
Pop rocks.
What age were you when you popped your first rock?
I was first time by accident. You like discover it was 6th grade, I think. But once I started getting into it, it was 7th, 8th.
Yeah, I think I was late 6th grade, so I was 12,
Yeah, appropriate.
Probably right after my 12th birthday. And I was pretty into it immediately.
Yes.
I was pretty confident it was a thing I wanted to be doing.
Now, David, how old were you when you busted a butt?
Well, I was just thinking, chronologically, I think you and I, Jake, were probably figuring it out at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm 4 or 5 years older than you.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, first time on purpose.
I see. Whoa, dude. I mean,
first time on purpose.
Weren't you
probably
pretty interested?
Probably 17 and a half, and first time.
Okay.
It actually worked. 18.
Yeah. Well, you also when you're a Christian boy, you're told that is a deadly sin.
Was it that? Was it deterred heavily in your mind?
Well, no, I just didn't know how to do it.
Okay.
I heard it was bad.
Yeah. All right.
I was
I won't put any thought into it.
And then then there's the period of well, I guess, yeah.
I think
when you're young, you figure out, you kind of like how it feels down there.
Yeah,
there's figuring out the skill.
Yeah.
That happens over time.
It is a technique.
Yeah.
Media exposure
in a shower. Yeah, I was doing it in a shower for too long. I did not realize that was bad for me.
Also, just if you're growing up in a Christian.
Yeah. Also, every time you do it,
jerking off in the shower is bad for you.
Well, if you use, you're not supposed to use shampoo for sure.
Oh yeah, no,
oh yeah,
no,
way too long.
Jesus.
It took me a while to figure it out.
Shower's a hard place to do it. It's a lot of running.
I don't know why, but when you said jerking off with shampoo, I just pictured you grabbing the bottle and just
I tried.
I didn't actually think of the ladder.
Whacking with it.
Bottles are never wide enough. Too dry. Also, I'd like to make a note that there is a certain roommate that I've been told jerks off in this room. So that's fine.
It's a bathroom.
All that.
Yeah.
But he has a bedroom with a door. And
honestly, what the more I think about it, it's
I guess
people it would be gross if people weren't shitting their brains out from Carl's Jr.
It's a shared bathroom.
It's a
issue.
Yeah.
But it's easily disposable.
Yes.
It's
you guys get to do whatever you want in your bedroom.
Well, I did do a lot of cleaning 2 hours ago in this room. It did not look like this morning.
So there was cum on the floor,
I cleaned up stuff off the floor.
Okay.
Probably a dried, thin mixture of cum and piss.
God fucking.
So we're all just breathing it in right now.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting on the toilet. I took the hot seat.
But so in an ideal world though, I mean, if we could all just go into the bathroom and have an orgasm casually, that'd be cool. But I feel like
too much noise.
Probably go bad, right?
Yeah.
That.
Maybe
if we had specific masturbation rooms in public, do you think that would curve
it's a shared wall with the breastfeeding booth.
Oh God!
And then on the other side is a priest that you confess your
handicap
sins to. It's just a one-stop shop.
We're 33 minutes.
Oh, we're already
straight talking about jerking off.
Thanks for reminding me because now it's time for a blunt. I was waiting for a half one. Now here's the thing, Ross. I put a lot of keef into one of these,
and you
I
don't know.
I mixed them up. So you pick one, 50-50. 50-50.
I like the tip of this one.
That one looks full.
Tread lightly.
Looks like there's more.
David, are you aware of what keef is? Keef is the fine little crystals that grow on the flower, and it's hyper intense weed. So basically, in the bottom of that grinder, there's a fine dust that's like intense.
Did you buy it some at a dispensary, or is it just collected from?
No, I've just been grinding with that grinder for a while, and I forgot about that. Keef was even a thing for a long time.
Yeah, the only time I ever would have a lot was when I would like forget about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
I did that
look
for
at it one day.
I did that for about 8 months.
And then you're all proud of yourself, like you did it on purpose. God, this is sad.
I disagree.
Again, it's all up here, Sam.
Yeah.
You're only sad because you're making it sad.
Yeah.
What's the highest thing you've ever said? One time I went, "Is that the moon?" Just pointing at the moon. And my friend just laughed his ass off at me because it was the funniest thing he's ever heard.
I imagine that it was. Do you remember this evening, Jake? Ross, you may. David, there's a chance you do. It was a good while ago. But I was living at the place I was living now, so it couldn't have been. I guess.
Yeah, recent year. It's in the past year. I remember what you're
Close to a year ago, I would say at this point. But yeah.
Is it when you like fucking got too fucked up? Is that what you're talking about?
That was all. So I had taken some muscle relaxers the evening before, due to a recent dislocated rib I suffered on the battlefield.
You ever do muscle relaxers, David?
Huh?
No, never been a muscle relaxer guy.
So I think that possibly contributed.
So you medicated the night before,
and then I was heavy into the syrup at the time. I also think take way more of just the weed syrup, not like scissor. Not a maniac anymore, but
tincture.
Not tincture, but just like that. A dabinol is what it's called, and it's just like there's a little one that's got like a couple 100 milligrams in it, and then I got the bigger one that had like 400 and took and it was a surreal experience. I had never come close to.
Yeah, I remember you showed up and you're like, "I drank the soda," and I was like, "What?" And yeah, you were. Did you go on stage that night?
I did. I managed to do it once. I couldn't do it again.
I think you had just come from an open mic, and Noah was like, "Dude, Sam is out of his mind right now."
I think maybe, I was at Funhouse with some of you guys, and then rode with.
And then you came to Blank Slate?
Somewhere else, yeah.
Where the late Wednesday?
I believe it was the White Owl.
Oh, it was the White Owl. Because I had just got up, and I was just sitting in my bomb. I just bombed, and my friends were there, and I was like, "Oh, fuck, Noah and Sam are here." And then I was like, "Oh my God, what is wrong with your face?" Was tomato red.
Yeah, that's scary, dude. I've never.
Nothing new for me. I'm always looking.
Certainly in my days, been too high from pot, but I thought anything would be pretty much manageable, like any amount that I would actually consume.
Yeah. No one gave me a warning. You walked up.
That was
a
just
like, let's ask Sam questions.
So something fun. That evening probably. Though.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. What do you think of that? Is that the Keef one, do you think? Or does this seem normal to you, Ross? You're a connoisseur.
It's the blunts kind of, but I think it's got some extra. I definitely took an extra lift off here in the past 5 minutes.
I'll just hand it to you when you go ahead and finish that off. This is.
I like the sizzle noise it makes when it gets in the water.
It's quite satisfying.
And by finish that off, it means tip a little bit of ash into the toilet. Don't get confused.
Nah. It is pretty sauna.
Yeah. David, could you describe the room? Like, what's the atmosphere looking? Can you see the air?
Can I see the air? It's kind of a high ceiling, I think.
Yeah.
Like there's lower ceilings out there, but
it's about
it's containing.
9-foot ceiling in here. What about this guy above me? Can we talk about him for a minute? I didn't realize I was there for about 6 months living here. There's an antler on my fucking wall, Ross.
That is incredible. If that is actually true, that you did not see.
I didn't know it.
Antler on the wall.
Just mounted on my wall.
It is not.
It's called an antelope.
To miss.
It's an antler.
Well, there's two of them.
It is an antelope. I always look down. I never look up when I'm in this room. I'm just looking at my dick mostly.
I always forget it's here and then rediscover it. It's kind of fun.
A little fun to talk to on drugs. I come in here, I to look in the mirror, I talk to the antler.
What?
I've been calling it an antler, by the way, in my head for too long, and I didn't realize I was saying the wrong thing.
I mean, it's half wrong.
It is, well, I mean, there are antlers in the room, but it's
Yeah.
on an animal that
Yeah.
is calling an antler.
You're about 25% correct.
Are you drinking
just-
Pedialyte, Sam?
I am.
Now, explain. You're like the second person in my life I've met that drinks Pedialyte casually.
Really, that's it?
What's the benefit?
It's I mean, it's just it's full of. Let's take a look at it.
Electrolytes?
Helps avoiding cramps. Helps. It's got potassium, magnesium, calcium, sodium,
You
glucose,
getting cramps
sodium
a lot?
lactate.
Where are you getting cramps from?
It's just good for you, and it's tasty too.
See, I knew when I was in wrestling, a kid named Tommy would drink that before and after the match. I was like, "Isn't that for babies?" And he's like, "Yeah, but it's good for you." And I was like, "All right." It's sold in the baby.
It
aisle.
is
It's
weird,
Like,
like
you have to
it's-
go buy the diapers to get that.
Oh shit! I just remembered.
No, it's
Really-
everywhere now.
It's everywhere.
Just remembered a really fun time I got high hotboxing. We were it was in college at my friend's house that was like a party house that they called Animal House just because there was a dog that lived there.
It was one animal.
Yeah, Gohan, dope ass German Shepherd.
Too cool.
It's so cool. But yeah, like our fraternity, Kappa Sig represent, would go over there all the time. And one night, there was probably like 10 or 12 of us packed into a closet, probably about this size, but like half as tall.
Okay.
And we were all sitting on the floor, and my buddy Remington rolled a blunt that had like 6 blunts inside of it, and we just fucking torched it and just passed it around the circle, and like literally it was like pitch black in there. It was fucking nuts. And then we all came downstairs, and I can't remember the name of the song, but
Pitch
it's
black.
like, what?
You have lights?
Well, it was like, I don't know,
It was
it was,
very
it was
dark.
hyperbole.
Oh, okay. You could see.
But no, then we came back downstairs. I can't remember the name of the song, but do you remember? It's like, I'm in love with the Coco.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
That song was playing, and we were
It's a very
all,
Fred song.
it was on repeat, and we were
That's
all
right.
just so fucking stoned. It was like, it just turned into this like
You're
scary
in love with
chant.
the Coco.
Yeah, yeah.
I did that in college. We went over to like somebody had an apartment, and it was just like his utility where the fucking box was. You know, the switch box. What's that called? I don't know. The switch box. And it was just that in a room, about again the size of this bathroom. But there was 8 of us, and we did what we called the Weed Olympics, which was we each brought in a fucking piece or a bong or a fucking thing. We're just passing it every fucking hit. So we were just getting a different piece every time. Hotbox the fuck out of it. We smoked out of Piccolo's dick. Shout out to Piccolo's dick. That's what we call the pipe that was big and green and phallical.
Piccolo's dick. I love it.
Pass they go.
Hey, Piccolo, send me a dick pic.
And it also had like Gucci labels on it. It was a very fancy dick pipe. Yeah, that was a good time. See, we're making memories now. Sam's having a great time. I can see it on his face. He's been smiling this whole time despite his tone. Now, truthfully, David is perma-grinning over there, and I love looking at him. He's so happy right now.
I'm like a Labrador retriever.
Also, I'm not going to pressure you into smoking more than you want to. So either
I
you
smoke.
can bounce out.
You can always do a little more, but you can't do less.
That is true. That's what my mom would say when she would spoon feed me heroin.
It's probably good for you.
Just eating the fucking hard. What is it?
I mean,
It looks like a
sometimes
tar, right?
baby food stuff looks the exact same.
Yeah.
I guess.
Nope.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that we're nice and high, I would like to let's play a game of Would You Rather. I wrote one down.
Would rather it not be so goddamn hot in here right
See,
now.
all of
That's
you.
what I would rather.
Sam, would you rather smoke in my basement or in my bathroom?
I would rather smoke in your basement casually
Yeah.
and comfortably as opposed to this
Now, would you rather have
very sophomoric situation I'm currently in.
Would you rather have a 1930s like old
Okay.
like, first kind of car, you know, like that
Mhm.
really like that kind of car,
Yeah.
or like a Tesla, like that weird looking Tesla truck that looks like a fucking triangle.
I'd rather have the 30s car because it would be much more difficult to hotbox.
Yeah, okay.
Wouldn't
Now, David, same question to you.
Wait, so So the 30s car.
Yeah, like a
Or
Ooga.
what was the second option?
Or that Cybertruck thing, you know? It looks like a
Oh.
Picasso painting.
But
But you gotta drive around and everyone's thinking you're like, look at that fucking asshole.
like the Batman, but like
Yeah, it
like
looks
the
ridiculous.
crappy DC, the
It's
new
like-
DC Comics Batman.
Oh yeah,
Like that?
triangular and gray.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about exactly.
Like
It was
some
a deep
Ben
reference, but I
Affleck.
liked it.
Lane Ben Affleck Batmobile truck.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'd probably stick with the truck. I'd rather live in this time period.
Okay.
Well, but am I living in
Oh
today?
yeah, you're driving it to work and shit. you get out of that fucking triangle, you just go into your job, and they're like, "What? David got a Cybertruck? What the fuck?"
Oh man, I get
People are gonna judge you for that.
yeah. Who would judge me more? Like if I'm like at
Or
the
comedians,
mall.
especially. When you pull up to an open mic and that,
Oh yeah.
nobody's
Oh,
letting you hear the end of that.
either one. Like
It's
what's
kinda,
you
you know
talking
what
about?
I think is kind of cool a little bit. I think that's my answer. Ross, you got any?
What's cool?
The old like 1930s
Yeah,
car. I think that's cool because it's like a piece of history and shit. Like I'd rather have that
Oh, the Tesla truck.
for a different reason than Sam.
Plus, Elon Musk, big doucher.
You don't like him?
No, I think that
He
guy's
smokes
a
blunts, dude. He smokes
fucking
blunts on a
idiot,
podcast and all we're
honestly.
doing.
He's just like
He's a fucking
a
idiot.
rich-
That's your take on Elon Musk?
He's just a rich beneficiary that
Okay,
you know
I think
fucking says shit.
you do not know what he's done.
Oh no.
You don't know anything about Elon Musk. Other than maybe Joe Rogan's podcast.
I am not a Joe Rogan podcast fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure
I
do
forgot.
that
Sam
as
hates
well.
podcasts and also being on podcasts.
I love podcasts as well as being on them. Even when you're in a bathroom at 30 years old, talking about Chief and Bud.
Hell yeah, dude. It's gonna go viral. Now, Ross, answer the would you rather so we can move on to my final would you rather.
The Tesla truck, I'd really want to test out the
Yeah.
like safety features on it.
Yeah, that
really
answer.
try to kill myself in it.
Okay.
See if it'll let you. You know.
I think you
Also-
could really crash into some shit with that.
I think you could, and honestly, I have my element. That's all I really need. I would just take that thing and like crash it into the Justice Center or something.
Oh.
Because the image of like a Tesla just fucking like I don't know. It just
Doing
seems
it.
fun.
Do it.
Plus, yeah. Plus the batteries in those things are super flammable. So. it's
Oh,
like-
tight. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a rich asshole out there with a Tesla that wants to, change the world.
Donate.
Donate to the ACLU instead of burning down a building.
Okay. This is the final round of Would You Rather. You ready for it, Sam? You gotta
Let's do it.
Speed round.
Hit me with it, baby.
Right as soon as you think it,
Speed
you
round.
say it.
We're all shotgun.
Speed round.
Machine gun
Here's a
style.
fun Would
Here
You
it is.
Rather. I texted it to myself earlier.
Bang,
Would
bang,
you
bang,
rather
bang, 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 bang,
eat
bang,
your
bang.
dad's cum or your mom's shit?
Jesus. My dad's cum. It's like way less of a health hazard to eat jizz than shit.
I think you can eat shit. I think it's fine for you.
Why is it? It's fine for me.
No, I heard like a doctor say that, I think.
Yeah.
What?
But you can definitely eat cum. So you'd rather eat your dad's cum? That's what you're telling me is you want to eat your dad's
I
cum?
think it's pretty safe logic to answer your disgusting question.
Alright, David, same question to you. Dad's cum, mom's shit.
So I'm
Which would
letting
you
everyone
rather?
get like, it can't be like rapid fire for anybody else because they've already had too much time to think about it. If I took this much time.
Thanks for giving me more time, Sam.
Well, if you think about like where to like, because if you eat the shit,
Mm-hmm.
you get all that like you get a really bad like week or so of like health.
Yeah, you gotta
Like
worry about
you
your
get like norovirus or whatever, or like
You could easily
herpes
die.
or whatever's in.
Death is definitely
shit.
in the
Your mom's a
cards.
healthy woman.
My mom,
She eats fine. It'll taste like Cheetos. Or something. Whatever she ate.
you know.
You gotta pick what she ate. How about that?
But like if you eat the shit, you have like a real like a you have a few like short-term bad health effects. But
Yeah.
like if you eat your dad's cum, that's like a mental thing of like
Yeah, you gotta
well
go through some shit after that.
yeah. I guess if you ate your mom's shit, you'd also have
Yeah, that
mental
would be a
things,
mental
but like
thing. But some people eat shit. You know, it's a fetish, right?
Jesus Christ.
if you eat your dad's cum, you're much less likely to get sick. So there's like pros and cons to
Yeah.
both situations.
So what's your final answer? This is the speediest speed round ever.
I mean,
Coming up next on National Public Radio.
Speed round. Cover.
I feel like if I had to choose, it'd probably be cum by a nose, but like
I'll come by nose.
it's like
That might be the title of this episode.
in the situation, does your dad know?
Neither of them know. You steal it from them, and they don't have to know.
You just
that.
like, you want.
Did that change your answer, Sam?
What's that? No, I remain as confident in my answer to your awful hypothetical.
Okay, so we got 2 for cum, Ross.
So wait, if you're eating your dad's cum and he's not there, it's like his old refrigerated cum.
You come in and you realize your parents have had some weird fetish type shit. There's a used condom on the ground and a plate with your mom's shit on it, and somebody tells you have to eat one of them.
You just dig out the condom.
You either can eat out of a used condom,
even easier,
or get 30 seconds on your mom's shit.
Do I have to consume all of the shit? Do I have to eat the whole log or whatever?
Here's
one solid bite.
One solid bite?
Or one solid slurp. You don't have to finish the plate.
You never said that we couldn't bring like hot sauce or ranch to drown it in. Much easier to do with
thought
jizz.
process.
You could always drown it out with enough like Hidden Valley.
Ooh. So you feel like you're just drinking ranch, and that's way less gross.
That's what you put on white people's shit.
Well, and it would have to be a fair, like a cereal bowl's worth of ranch to like not taste the jizz probably, but
your dad busts mad loads. That's what you're telling me.
Oh, easy, all of us.
And your mom's shit probably already tastes like hot sauce anyway. So.
Both sides of my family.
Yeah, I like the hot sauce idea. I mean, honestly, you could convince me to drink somebody's jizz if it was like ranch on a salad. That could easily be tricked into that.
Oh, you can like drizzle.
Somebody's salad. Eating cum without realizing it. Someone that ate fast food with the wrong place.
Yeah. Ross, what have you been thinking? Sam gave you enough time.
I've heard the arguments.
Yes.
But my decision has not changed. It's cum.
3 for cum.
Well, and like there are cultures in the world that believe like eating another man's semen is like you're absorbing his power.
Wow. About our culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I could make that happen in my own head.
That isn't true.
Well, I mean, maybe it would be, Who knows?
Be culturally accepted.
As long as I don't get the clap from my dad, like, that'd be cool.
So you know what those cultures have in common?
Wouldn't prostitutes rule the world if that were the case, though?
They're poor.
I'm sorry, what did you say, David?
Those the places where people are like, drinking my dad's cum gives me powers. They're not very developed nations.
No, they have some other ideas that we would call interesting.
Not peak scientists.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's fair.
At the end of the day, they're just as wrong about the world as we are.
I think you've convinced me. I'll eat my dad's cum.
Yeah. Right.
This was a real decision I needed help making.
Yeah. Thank goodness, we spent the time we did.
Yeah.
On that.
Now, do you have a rebuttal? Do you have another would you rather you'd like to throw in there?
Do I have one?
You got a personal favorite? Would you rather?
Personal favorite one? I don't know. It's been a while since I've done the would you rather rabbit
What's your
hole.
go-to truth or dare? You got one in the belt?
Again, man, it has been a decade plus since I really partook in
He's 30 years old.
I didn't want to say it again, David.
30-year-olds aren't standing around the water cooler like, would you rather jizz or eat shit?
No.
Or like, what did you see the game last night? No. Wait, which sport? And like, but they're not like, would you rather drink a bottle of maple syrup or eat?
Would you rather fuck your mom or your dad? Do you have an answer for that?
Jesus Christ, I
I made Ben answer that one time and it was really funny. I made him. I did the speed round trick and everything. And he fucking snapped off the answer.
What was it? Do you mind sharing with us?
He was gonna fuck his dad, I think. He said it real quick too.
You played the game. I was like the quickness of the answer.
Yeah.
Fucking doesn't matter whether you took a minute to say it or
either one. Well, it honestly might be worse if you like put some real like a minute of thought into it and you're like, my father.
You're just like grinding yourself through it. Yeah, you're weighing the pros and cons.
Yeah. It's a fun little experiment to run by people. Oh, here's a parting question. This is one's to the.
We are coming up on an hour, and it is very, very hot.
I know you hate this, so I'm wrapping it up sooner than I'd like to. I could be in here all day. We have all our needs.
What's this question? Let's see where this takes us.
He wants to park.
All our needs are being met.
We have water.
I'm running pretty low on liquids, so.
Yeah, but we got a sink right here in the shower.
Jesus Christ.
And a shitter.
what could a guy ask for other than that?
Three friends.
Sink, shower, shitter, marry one, kill one, fuck one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good one, Dave. That's before the final question. Fuck, marry, kill the people in this room.
This
But
room.
there's 4 people.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, oh, yeah.
So you're talking about the 3 people that you're not.
How about
Marry,
you-
kill,
you,
fuck.
you go. I don't want. I'm tired of going first.
Ross, go first.
We'll make Ross go first.
Don't get hurt.
Kill Sam.
Oh,
Marry
Ouch.
David. Fuck you.
all right. I'm okay with that.
He seems like he doesn't want to get much past 30 these days. So.
Oh, I wouldn't kill Sam. But then who would I?
We'll go ahead then. Yeah, let's
I
put
gotta-
you
well, I
on
gotta
the
put some
spot.
thought into it. I think I'd marry David. We're most compatible. We were raised very similarly. We're similar boys. You know what? I'll fuck Sam. I'll throw him a bone. Sorry, Ross.
I don't want him to die.
Sam, you're gonna fuck, kill, or marry David.
Oh, it's tough.
Take it one
It's
by
a
one.
hard one. I got it. I hate it. I hate it a whole bunch. But
That's going to be really
I-
offensive to one of
Yeah,
us.
who do you hate so much?
well, he's gonna get it. He's gonna understand. But I gotta fuck Ross.
Okay,
The
Yeah.
man's been out in these streets the whole time I've known him.
I understand why
Some of-
you hate it.
Some of what I'm aware of, we'll just say, was a better choice in retrospect than other things that I know to
That
be
was-
true.
That was
And I hope-
cryptic and confusing, but I liked it.
No, it wasn't that confusing.
So you're gonna.
And
fuck
he's sitting
Ross?
right here. He's not disagreeing with me. So my man fucks is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
yeah.
That's the best choice.
And
You
I wish
You chose well with that one.
yes, I think that there's obvious evidence to it.
Ross fucks.
This is the much harder
The
decision.
most in this room, probably.
One
Sorry, David.
one that this is the harder call.
Yeah, who you
It's
gonna
one I'm
marry,
gonna
who you
spend the
gonna
rest
kill?
of my life with.
When you end
In love.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't have to be love.
It can be a sham marriage, but we got to commit to it,
Yeah.
whoever it is, and the other I got to just cap off. And
Oh boy,
Yeah.
I'm getting nervous. Are you
Yeah.
nervous, David?
you know what I'm gonna do here, David, and I hate to do it, but I gotta have some type of rationale, and your sports fandom, it's gonna be the difference.
That's
You're
pretty
tough.
solid.
You're wearing a U of O shirt right now.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I truly
Sam's a
despise
Reppin' Eugene.
University of Oregon athletics for reasons I could go on about, but won't at this time.
Thank you.
And me and Jake go back a ways.
2 years.
Good 2 years and change, man. It's more than that, I swear at this point.
Nope, I have not
No?
lived in Portland for 2 years.
Well, okay.
They were coming up on 2 years when I moved here, but we met pretty quickly after I moved.
Yes.
Coming
that
up
is
on
true
2
as
years.
well.
So does that mean you're proposing?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
I
my
would
God.
marry
He's
Jake.
sweet
Yes,
on you,
Sam.
Jake.
We'd have a cool arrangement, get a 2-bedroom,
Well, all right.
put
Well,
video games and shit.
one final answer, David. Who you marrying? Who you fucking?
Here
Who
you go,
killing?
David.
I
Don't hurt
mean,
any of our feelings.
I think I'd stick with Sam's choice for fuck and choose Ross.
Okay.
Um,
Good choice.
The married one is hard because the problem with the marriage one
I'm gonna be really
is
honest.
it's not only not the person you choose to fuck, but this person you gotta fuck for the rest of your
Yeah.
life.
At least occasionally.
And
Okay,
the
Ross.
flip side, not only do you have to fuck them perpetually, you're like financially bound.
Financially
Yeah,
bound.
you fuck them indefinitely.
It's a big decision.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Perpetually
you
and
come to an
indefinitely.
understanding. There are
Definitely
asexual
perpetual
marriages.
penetration.
I'm not going to name any names, but I'm aware of people that
Are married and don't fuck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be one of those people.
Huh?
It's common.
Yeah.
You know, amongst sad people.
Yeah,
I want to
met
be
couple
in
of
a.
them.
I want to be in a regular sexual marriage.
Okay. So
I
who would you like to fuck for the longest?
So we like to fuck the longest. But the problem is also is like I'm financially tied to this person.
Right.
Like which one of you is like
We're both not
That's-
great
that's-
financially.
wouldn't appear so, would it?
We have houses. We live in houses.
You know?
We have jobs.
that's the thing is like if I were married
Probably
to one
have
of
the
you,
best
like which one of us
You
is
fuck.
which one of us is like fixing things and the other one's like cooking things?
Okay.
Who's the better cook of you two? Who makes
Yeah, it's gonna be Sam.
That's the Sam.
He makes a hell
You
of
know
a
what,
chicken.
Jake? I'm sorry to say, I think I marry Sam.
I understand. It's
chicken wing night. You know,
Yeah. Oh.
different
I had you
dishes.
here, and you kill me.
We'd have a good
I
time.
invite you to my home. I smoke you out in my bathroom, and you're gonna kill me. But that's all right.
See,
You
I would.
gotta know your way around the kitchen.
I
If you
I
want
mean,
to try and get one of these
Now
guys.
Sam's having a great time. Everyone wants to
well,
fucking
that
marry
hurry
him.
up a little bit.
But if anything, David's just releasing you from the perpetual indefinite fucking you were gonna receive.
see, but like I
That's a
could
good way to look at it.
I could tolerate the Oregon State thing. My question, you Sam, is like if you had to choose between like marrying someone who went to the University of Oregon, they're like full on fans,
Right.
Ooh.
Like they wear the ugly yellow
Sure.
stuff, you
The
know.
whole bit.
Yeah.
Real disgusting.
You see him in the grocery store. You stare at him.
They put the little whatever's that, the yellow drapes around their car on
Right.
game day.
Oh, I know what you're
Those
talking
people, yeah. Or you have to marry someone who's like, they not only do they hate sports, but they know absolutely nothing about sports.
Like
So,
Noah.
so you
Noah
say,
knows nothing.
so it's like you gotta choose someone who's like, couldn't care one bit of a shit. Like, and if like the Beavers lose, like they usually do, you gotta be sad.
And they just don't even
And
get
they're
why
just
you're
like,
sad.
why are you mad? Like, this is just the football
It's
game.
just a game, Sam.
Like, if you had to choose, which person of that would you choose?
I mean, I was going to be like, it depends on X, Y, Z, but that's lame, so I'll just say, on face value, I guess the big fucking Duck fan.
Yeah.
That wasn't like me trying to
It's more annoying.
demonize you.
It's more annoying
That was
to,
just a solid question.
I like the alternate would
It's a
you
fair
rather.
question.
Brought it in improv would you rather. I liked it. And Sam, I think that makes I couldn't see you with like a woman who knows nothing about sports because you're constantly watching. Like that would just mean you're constantly in different rooms,
Yeah.
and she would just be walking in. That doesn't seem like a good relationship.
You know, potentially, it doesn't
But
really,
even if you're watching the same game, you can argue
it's not
with each
exactly
other.
something on the horizon.
It's okay.
It really is. It's a good place to wind this down.
Okay. Well, now we're here for our final
KFC
question.
drive-through.
These guys have the final question.
Let's do it. Let's.
Who? Okay, I started the question wrong. It's not a who question. I'm sorry. Take that again. Do you believe in Mormons?
Believe in them?
Believe in Mormons? Like, what do you mean?
Do you believe
Do you
in Mormons?
Do you
I've
think
seen
Mormons
them
are real?
in person before, sure. I believe they
believe
exist.
in Mormonism?
I don't believe in what they practice religiously
Okay.
or what the Book of Mormon says, but I know that those people exist.
Do you believe in Mormons?
Jesus fucking Christ. I am not.
It's fine if the answer is yes. I just
Yes,
want
I
to know.
believe in
You do.
Mormons.
All right. Well, Ross, do you believe in Mormons?
I don't spend much time thinking about them, so in a way, no.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
David,
Okay.
round us out. What do you think of when I
Take us
ask
home,
you?
David.
Do you believe in Mormons?
Do I believe in Mormons? That's like, are you sure is it like, are you sure those Mormons are really Mormons? Or is it like, do you like, am I like on there, do I like believe in like, I believe in you Mormons?
Yeah.
Or are you like,
Please.
or you're driving past the temple and you're like, I don't believe in Mormons.
Yeah. Do you believe in Mormons?
Man, I think,
Our-
I'm pretty sure they're
My
real.
life.
I'm pretty sure. He's my right home. I'm pretty sure I believe in the Mormons.
Cool. Well, it's a good thing you and Sam aren't going to argue on the way home. You both believe in
Thank
Mormons?
God, yeah, I'm really anxious to keep that.
Okay, now Sam, here's the thing. I'm going to pause this recording. We're done with the podcast.
Alright, that's the episode. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed our childish would you rathers and shit talk. I hope you enjoyed David getting high for the first time. I know I did. Tune in next week. We'll be back with Noah and a very special guest for the season finale. Season 1 finale. I don't know if we've explained that we're doing seasons with this yet, but we are. And as all season finales go, next week is going to be one you don't want to miss. Thank you. Enjoy your July.